My name is Sarafi and I'm happy to meet you all. And I just woke up. And my phone said that I had been tagged in a YouTube video posted by Crimson Reaper 5. Shout out to Crimson Reaper 5. I'll put a link to their channel in the description below. But apparently there is a new ban list. So cool. I have not seen anything. I just got up and opened OBS and then Dual Links. So let's take a look. What is this new ban list? I have to assume it's related to Rush Duels because we just finished the Rush Cup. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right, before I click this, let's talk about what we need. The Rush, the Goha Rush Festival this time was an absolute nightmare. 99 of the top 100 decks were Gaia, and the last deck was a Materion deck that used the Gaia Archive skill. So we have never, like it's fun to joke about Tier 0. We have never had a one deck format before. Never. In anything. We've never had a situation where there was only one deck. To this degree. Like Raging Pendulum, Tachyon, Hero, none of this compares. This is on another level. Now, I don't think that the solution is to break Gaia. The Gaia deck is not actually all that powerful, which is funny to say considering it's so overrepresented. The problem is that the Rush card pool is so weak that releasing any strong cards will completely warp the meta. That's a weird thing to say. But basically, the solution in this case is actually not to nerf a deck into the ground, but to power creep the existing decks. That the power creep has a purpose, and what we need is we need a box that would have like 2 or 3 really good decks in it, and then some additional generic cards that can help players who are dealing with a strong board come back. One of the biggest things about Rush Duels is that since you draw 5 cards, you have a great opportunity to come back as long as your deck contains the option. So, cards like Dark Hole, for example, would be really, really nice. Cards like, I'm sure there are some good board wiping trap cards. Maybe they have some sort of there's that trap card that we've never gotten that Yuga uses. The what is it called? It's a trap card where if you get attacked, you can shuffle 4 spellcasters into your deck and then destroy all attack position monsters on your opponent's field. So yeah, we need some ways to interact with the board other than negate attack. Negate attack is a very useful ability, but it does not stop our opponent from building a giant board and beating us over. So stalling is not good enough if we don't have any solutions left in our deck. Let's take a look at the list. April 7th. Okay, King's Majesty is being limited to 1 along with negate attack. Okay, alright, so that makes sense. There were a lot of people who were using the Gaia skill to dump a level 1 Fiend monster from their deck so that they could play King's Majesty. And King's Majesty really should only be used in a dedicated Fiend deck. So this is good. I mean, we only have 1 King's Majesty for a reason. It's a very powerful effect. So yeah, I'm fine with this. This is a good start. And negate attack being limited to 1 as well also makes sense. So if they can use some other limit ones to try and make negate attack less prevalent. Widespread Ruin is a good card. It's just that primarily the reason that people don't play Widespread Ruin too much They stopped doing it because of Ancient Gear Golem. But Ancient Gear Golem is not nearly as represented in the meta as it used to be. So it might be beneficial for players to get guided back to playing more Widespread Ruin. Call of the Earthbound is being limited to 1. Oh, I don't necessarily agree with this. This card will be limited to uphold an enjoyable dueling tempo, as using several copies can slow down the game. I mean, but all this does, like this card, all it does is it makes it so that if your opponent attacks, like tries to attack one of your weaker monsters, you can force them to battle your stronger monster. I mean, that seems like the point of Rush Tools. I don't see a problem with you trying to stop your opponent from, like, cheating out a win by, like, going over one of your weaker monsters for game. But I guess they want to make that still an option. I suppose that's the best way to come back, is if you beat your opponent down enough that when they try and push for some damage, they leave themselves open to lethal. It's unlikely without 6,000 life points, but it is a factor. I don't know that it matters, since our best monster can just attack directly, but fine. Type Change Bean. Type Change Bean has been limited to 1 as well. This was requested by a few people that I knew. Apparently, they really genuinely think that Materion doesn't need Type Change Beam. I don't know. I don't think that. I think Materion's monsters are very specific, but Materion does have a lot of targets. There are dragons in the game. There are warriors in the game. So and there will be reptiles in the game moving forward once we get the 7th Goha sibling. So yeah, okay. I mean, maybe Type Change Beam isn't necessary. We'll see how it goes. Battle Tested Gaia the Fierce Knight limited to 3. Okay, alright, that's a good start. It will have to be paired with something else, but fair enough. I don't really... What limit 3s are there if you take away Call of the Earthbound? There's not really any other generic limit 3s. It's not like we were playing Dragius in Gaia, but let's keep looking. Siesta Torero. Okay, now that's a big change. Okay, so Siesta Torero is like a general Book of Moon card, a pretty good card. So having it limited to 3 means that it will be taken out of a lot of lists. That's kind of disappointing. Like, there's not really a deck in the game that's not playing limit 3 cards, because there's so many limit 3 cards. So this kind of just removes Siesta Torero from the game entirely, which is a little disappointing. Swift Gaia the Fierce Knight, unlimited, because Battle Tested Gaia the Fierce Knight has been limited in its place. Hyper Engine Vast Vulcan has been unlimited. Okay, alright, so there's going to be some unlimits. So before we talk about the unlimits, let me look at the current Rush ban list. I don't really know what this is supposed to be competing with. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Gaia plays Star Restarts. Okay, all right, that makes more sense. So Star Restart, shuffle, special summon a level 5 or lower normal monster from your graveyard. Then you can add 1 fusion from your graveyard to your hand. I forgot that they played this. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, that's fine. So Star Restart is a huge. If they lose Star Restart, that's a huge hit for them. Okay. All right. Fair enough. This is a good change. Okay. Supreme Machine Magnum Overlord, also unlimited, along with Royal Rebels Heavy Metal. This card will be unlimited as its power level is acceptable in the current metagame. Okay, so they're just trying to free a bunch of decks. Okay, alright, the Siesta hits makes a lot more sense if they're going to unlimit a bunch of cards to make it so that some decks don't play limit 3s anymore. Shock Dragon is unlimited. Okay. That's a little bit scary. Dragons were really powerful before the new set, so I don't necessarily. Well, I mean, it does make sense if a deck is dominating to free up some cards for the decks that used to be good, just to try and shake things up. So I guess that's fair. Dark Sword Magician. I didn't even know this card was limited. Fair enough. If you have 6 or more cards in your graveyard, this card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's effects. Huh? Pretty good. Ultimate Flag Beast, Aim Eagle. Okay, I mean, this card being unlimited means that you can play it alongside some other light machine supports. It's pretty good. Constructor, Desk Worker, Tarask. Okay. We don't even have a Wyrm Fusion in Rush, do we? Well, let me see. There have been so many Rush boxes lately, it's hard to keep up. Constructor, Chief, Worm, Hantulon. And Infinite Constructor, Worm, Bildream. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know that we had Bildream in the deck. Okay, well, I mean, Bildream is really good. So, yeah, okay. So, yes, this could definitely make Gaia, like, stop talking if we can more easily make Infinite Constructor, Worm, Bildream. So, cool. Yeah, so basically, these cards getting unlimited means that they can be played alongside cards like Star Restart, which is good. Geka, the Shadow Flower Beauty. I don't think plants are going to have any impact. Shieldbore and Kong, yeah, good. I mean, this card's not good. Insect Rampage. Okay, this card, yeah, okay. This card was limited to 1, so unlimiting it is huge. You can now play 3 of it. Cool. Insects are a cool free-to-play deck, and this card's very good. It destroys a level 8 or lower monster on the opponent's field if they control an insect, which requires you to use another effect. So it's like a combo card. So yeah, being limited never made sense. All right. That is that. Okay, let's take a look at the skill changes. These skill changes only apply to PvP. They will be implemented in NPC duels after April 23rd. I don't know why they do this. I don't understand why there's like separate skills for PvP and NPC duels. Let's see. Soulburning Link is going to get... Okay. I didn't know there was going to be a change to speed. Cool, Soulburning Link. And then it looks like all these other skills are getting buffed, which is good. Let's take a look. Oh! Oh! That hurts! Soulburning Link, send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard, including a Salamandrake card. Wow! Okay, now you're not going +1. You're going like even. Discarding 2 cards, including a Salamandrake card. So that means that you have to actually play a decent number of Salamandrake cards, as opposed to just 5 Salamandrake monsters and 25 traps. Okay, alright, this is huge. This will change up Salamangrakes a lot. Wow, discarding 2 cards to use a skill. That's rough. Okay. I mean, this seems like a very fair change. Salamangreat of Fire will literally just play most of your deck for you by itself. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with this, but it will have a huge impact. Good change for a deck that's really powerful. Beyond Curiosity, add 3 Zeptron and Picotron monsters to your deck, then send as many Femtrons from your deck as possible to the graveyard. Okay, so they changed it so that your Maxim monster doesn't lose attack points. Good, that was annoying. Why? I don't know why they did that. Maxim Ragnarok. Okay, they changed it so that you can play more types of Cybers monsters. I mean, I don't know what they printed since they printed Maximum Ragnarok, but I mean, this could only be good, right? If they're keeping some Cybers cards out of your deck that could be useful, then it's nice that you have the option. Join the battle of all battles. Um, Reveal one Cyber State Soul or Bespectacle Mana in your hand. Add one Cyber Type normal monster or one fusion from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so this is like once per turn you get fusion from your graveyard. I don't know what the Cyber fusion monsters are, but I mean, okay, that's fine. All right, and then they're changing the rush on skills for the sevens characters to be similar to the rush on skills for the go rush characters, which is you don't have to restrict your deck to non-effect monsters, but it does not add more than 3 copies of a card to your deck, which is amazing. That's a huge buff for new players who come into sevens. It was a great change when they implemented it in Go Rush, made Go Rush much more enjoyable. So yeah, I'm glad that they're finally getting around to doing that. Okay, great. This is a fantastic change for speed duels and for rush duels. I don't know that this is going to be enough to make Gaia stop being dominant. I don't think Gaia has been killed. Just that Gaia Materion and Gaia Hero are probably dead, which is fine. Um, it's possible though, like it genuinely is possible that maybe they just won't play Gaia, a battle tested Gaia the Fierce Knight. Like, do they need that card? You could just play Gaia, can't you? You just play the real Gaia the Fierce Knight? We'll have to see. Anyway, that's all for now. My name is Serafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.